Hi, this is Mary. This is Dreamy Goat Design Studio, and this video is the second video, step 2, and there's a little bug in front of me, step 2 on dyeing with indigo. This video will be about making the vat. So the last video was making the stalk. Let's take a look at it. This was made 2 days ago, and if I shine a flashlight on it, you can see the clear demarcation with the sludge on the bottom. This is good. And if you peek into it, you will see a little bit of a coppery scum, no flour, and I think it's going to work with it even without the flour. However, there's one thing I learned. This is, like I said, 2 days old. Really, probably I should have put this into the pot of water that will become the vat yesterday, because I found when I stirred it this morning, it's becoming a little gooey and a little gummy on the bottom. So what I may have to do is when we pour it into the vat, I may have to, after the fact, take a spoon and dig around the bottom to get the excess kind of sludge out. So you may not see that, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's take a look at the vat itself. Here's our pot. Here is our water at 120 degrees. This is regular old tap water from the kitchen sink. Now we're going to pour this into this, but we have one small problem. The last thing we want to do is just take that jar and heave it into the pot, because if we do that, we'll just add a whole bunch more air into it. And remember, this is indigo plus fructose to eat the oxygen, to reduce the oxygen, and then calcium hydroxide to bring up the pH. So there's no, what we don't want to do is add oxygen back into the pot if we don't have to. So this is where we need a second set of hands, because we really need another person here to tip this forward while I tip this and let the contents dribble down into the pot. So my very able husband Roger is going to be doing two things now. He's going to come forward, and he's going, these silly flies, he's going to come forward and he's going to, with one hand, record this, and with the other hand tip the pot. So let me just shake this up a little tiny bit here. Yeah, it's really sludgy down at the bottom, which is good, but I think it may be a little too gooey for us to take the time to pour it all into the vat. By the way, notice I have a crummy old towel here. Make sure you wear your crummy clothes, even your crummy shoes, because you don't want to spill, or you will spill, and you don't want to spill anything on something you don't want stained. So you'll see what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep as little oxygen is going in. To go in, it will go in, but hopefully not, it won't be too bad. And it's looking kind of ugly. Uh-oh. Ah, that's pretty thick. Wow. So this is actually lovely stuff. It looks like primal ooze, doesn't it? I am not going to take the time to scoop out all of that. You can see it's down there. It needs to come out and go into the vat. We're going to pretend that this is now ready to be stirred. And so here's how you stir it. You go in one direction only. You go slowly. See these little bubbles here? This is what I don't really want. I don't want any more oxygen in the vat as possible, as I can possibly avoid. So I go in a circular motion. I go slowly, and I kind of spiral. I go to the center as well, and then I can come back out. I want to mix it up as much as I can. And you'll see that these blue bubbles are kind of going into the center. With a little bit of luck, they will become our flour. And a flour is simply a kind of a bouquet, a blossom, if you will, of blue bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to stop now. I think it's pretty well stirred up. And yes, I know I still have more to put into it. And then I'm going to kind of put this to the side, pull it up, and bingo. Now what do? We wait. I think the directions say 15 minutes to 30 minutes. But hold on just a minute. I think this is not going to work too well. 15 to 30 minutes, but really I have found that it'll take an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours for it to look like it's supposed to. And what is it supposed to look like? Well, let me show you a vat that I did yesterday. It is now sitting here ready to go. It doesn't have the flour on it, but that's because I stirred it this morning and kind of disturbed it. But it does have the coppery scum. There's your coppery scum. And if you open it up, you're going to see a green, or in some cases a golden brown. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Can you see it through? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure if you can hear this or not, but our phone is ringing and our message is going on. So we have all sorts of things happening in this particular video. So here's the thing. This is technically, it's not as warm as it should be. This is technically ready to be to be dipped in. It's not as warm as it could be, but that's easy enough to warm up. But I'm going to tease you and not dip anything now. I want to save that for the next video where that's what we do. Okay, we don't distract with any of all of this other stuff. I think I've covered everything, and I think that if I haven't, I'll catch it next time. Next time we actually dip. Okay? See you very soon. Bye-bye.